How are we doing, everybody?
Hola,
Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggy With It. I'm Will,
I'm Audrey.
and what are we playing today?
We are playing Dumplings.
Doomlings. Doomlings and the Meaning of Life. No, that's the cards here. This is Meaning of Life. So Doomlings is a game that just wrapped up delivery and fulfillment on Kickstarter. We have the golden black box because we did get the gold box, but the Kickstarter backers were allowed to switch to the black box because to me the gold box looked gaudy, but that's beside the fact. So Doomlings is a card game where you are trying to build up your points through your cards, through what they call traits. It reminds me a little bit of like Fantasy Realms or Red Rising, where some of the cards will be able to interact with each other to be able to build up that point salad, that point flow, that point scoring system. Yeah. And it's played over the course of 3 eras, and these come up through the different age cards, which I guess we'll show you by switching the camera over as we go over a brief overview. There's not much to this game. It is designed for families, basically easy entry party style game where you can quickly tell somebody how to play and you get right to it. So with that, let's go ahead and switch over. Yeah, we'll see. Let's switch over to the other camera if I got these numbers in order. All right. So there we go. I may or may not have cut myself off. So you can see here, we do have the pretty mat that came with the game. Nice, pretty colors. We have our big old traits pile stack there. That is all of the traits that came in this box. So that does include the expansions. There's little changes from the expansion cards. Most of them are just a cosmetic. So it's like, oh, the Doomlings are dinosaurs, or oh, the Doomlings are like wizards and stuff like that. So it's more of a cosmetic. There is one change, which is the technology cards, and they add what's called attachments, which can then attach to one of your other Doomlings. But that's really about it. The expansions, if you were going to buy a game and you think this game looks fun, I think the base game is probably all you would need to start out with. I don't know if the price wise, or another thing is if expansions will be out forever. But that's why our trade pile is so big. We do have probably about this many, or maybe even this many extra cards in there. All right. So to set up, what we have to do is first build our Doomlings ages. So in Doomlings, there's 2 types of ages. One are your Catastrophes. The other is your standard ages. So your Catastrophes are how you gauge the timeline. So you have your first error, second error, final error that will occur through the 3 Catastrophes. So that's the first thing we need to do is get our 3 Catastrophes. And it does look like there is some color differences between the expansions. So that's not bueno, but okay. So it looks like there was some print errors where some of your expansions now are going to have a darker color at the top. So, all right. So we'll just, I guess I'll have to do it blind so I don't make sure we don't cheat. The only problem is because there weren't as many of those cards, there was more expansion Catastrophes than these, which means they'll stick out like a sore thumb. Yeah, might need to tell the developer that. And when you guys do a second printing, are we going to get replacement cards? All right, so 1, 2, 3. These basically just go back to the box. We only need 3 of those. And then for our actual ages, we need, how many cards did it say we needed? Deal 3 piles of 3 cards. All right, so we'll do 1. Put you guys aside. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. All these. And this is the variability, right? Because these are all different and you don't use them in every game. Now, I'd imagine there were some variants in the back where you could do certain things to make it quicker or longer. You could probably make the game longer by just using more of these cards, right? Make it a longer game. All right, so we put 1 of these in each. You shuffle, I'll shuffle, just to get these done. So we're going to shuffle these together. And there's that one, and we'll shuffle this one together. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3. All right, we have the Birth of Life card. This is how you start the game, the Birth of Life. All right, so that is pretty much set up. We're pretty much done. We each have our, I forget what they call this thing. I don't think it's written on there.
It's the gene.
Our gene pool. There we go. Yeah, it's our gene pool. So the gene pool starts at 5. So we're starting at 5. There will be cards that will allow us to increase it, decrease it. And if you have to decrease, flip over 4, 1, 2, 3. You cannot go above 8. You cannot go below 1. This is basically your hand size. So your gene pool is your hand size. It's the amount you need to discard or draw to at the end of your turn. If this changes during your turn, you don't have to discard. So you're good to go. All right. And then the next thing is really just drawing our trait cards. So we each get 5, right? So 1, 2.
There are 2 here. There are 3 here.
Cool. Yeah, I noticed that these cards kind of stick. They're linen finish, but they do kind of stick. When I was doing the unboxing, I noticed that. No, I've got 2 there as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so they do kind of stick. So we got to be careful when we pull them off that they're not stuck. And I did notice there is a slight color variation on these as well, which means I most likely have some expansion cards in mine. That's slightly darker blue.
Yeah, I see it.
All right. So we got our 5 cards. So on a player's turn, they play a card. They do whatever the card says to do. You try to combo those because at the end of the 3rd era, basically when the 3rd catastrophe that we mixed in there comes out, it's the end of the game. You score what is ever in your trait pile. The meaning of life, you can see I have sitting here. This is a expansion that allows you to add some variability to your game. Basically, gives you some hidden objectives that we can play. Depending how long this takes, I think it's supposed to be a pretty quick game. We may play a second round with the meaning of life cards. All right. So to start the game, first we need to decide who goes first. How do we do that?
We do it with our 20-sided extra life die.
20-sided extra life die.
Because we support Children's Miracles Network through the donations that you can also make using the link down below.
Other way that you can contribute, because all of our money we make from YouTube, whether that is from the ad revenue, so please turn off your ad blocker, as well as the memberships, which start at $1. Those all go towards Extra Life whenever, good old Google cuts us a paycheck, which we made a little bit last year. Nothing to write home to mom about. But yes, all donations are greatly appreciated. Once we get to $100, what are we doing?
$100, we're doing a giveaway.
We're doing a giveaway. What happens when we get to $300?
Another bigger giveaway.
And what happens when we get to $600?
A bigger giveaway?
Why do you keep making the giveaway bigger? But yes, we are going to do some giveaways. They may be some of the games from our Keeper Call, which we're going to probably start doing here soon, or they may just be some extra copies of games that we've been given to us by publishers, right? So make sure that you donate, get us to that $100 goal. Now we do want to get to a $1,000 goal. Why? So we can get another one of these fancy smancy gold medals. So we did get our gold medal for 2021. Jigglypuff is wearing the one from 2020, but this, I got the idea from the Nerd Shelf, so shout out to Mike and Judy for this.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be our winner, so whoever wins gets to get the medal. So we're going to have a medal ceremony, and whoever wins gets the medal. And the last game, I won. So do we wear it? I think that might keep hitting the table. That might not work well. So we'll put it right here. This can be our first player marker. We can use this as our permanent first player marker. But then
I think if you wore it, it would be nice.
No,
it'll
hit the table and won't show. So now it's gonna be our first player marker. Well, no, then that doesn't show who won.
No, because it does not show who
won. The previous one. Put it. All right, so we'll just put it over here on my side. Can we see it? No, we can't see it there.
No.
Meaning of life cards, you're leaving. The meaning of life can go up here to the top where we're not using them right now. There we go. All right, there we go. So we know that I won Thursday's game, but maybe Oddity will get this on this game. All right, so you gonna roll or I'm gonna roll for the first player?
Oh, well, yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh, I picked it up. Well, that's what you started doing.
I say lows.
Low. 11 is high. That means I get to go first. So there we go. I get to go first. So Birth of Life, set to 5. Play 1 trait each turn. Stabilize at the end of your turn. That is basically telling us how to play the game. So the Birth of Life.
But don't you have to flip that one?
Yes, so I do need to flip the first age.
Not this.
No.
Oh, no.
No. So the first age is already a catastrophe. Wow, right off the bat.
Overpopulation.
Overpopulation is our catastrophe. +1 to our gene pool. Okay, thank you. Draw 1 card for every color type in your trait pile. We have 0
color.
in our trait pile. We have 0 because we have no trait piles yet.
So what is this?
This is our hand. We're not
Also,
the catastrophe you don't want to get first. You're hoping you don't get the catastrophe first. We got the catastrophe first. So that's the catastrophe. All right. Well, there went the first round already.
it's not by each color that you have in your here.
No. So I don't know what happens when you get the catastrophe on the very first turn. Because if you get a catastrophe, you move the first player marker to the other player, which I guess we're using the extra life die. Adjust the gene pools, which we did. Follow the effects. If it's a third and final catastrophe, resolve the end of world effects, right? But I didn't get to go.
Maybe didn't it said something to
I don't think it said
make
what
sure
happened.
that the first card was there.
No, I don't think it did.
I didn't read it.
It says stack 3 piles, place the birth of life on top of the stack, place the age pile in the center of the table. Yeah, I got that. Each player gets your gene pool, shuffle the traits depending on it, and deal 5 to each player. Ages. Doomlings played several ages. You got that. Ages and special effects one-time events. Got that. Catastrophes. Catastrophes happen. First player moves. Drawing the third ends the game. Okay, World's End. Play the caster. Yeah, turn order, resolving, scoring. It doesn't say what happens when you pull the catastrophe on the first turn. Like, I mean, I guess it's still that player's turn. If you pull the catastrophe during a normal play, it would still be that person's turn. They would still get to go. It wouldn't be like you'd skip them, right? I think I'm overthinking that. Yeah, I think I'm overthinking that. I still get to go. All right. All right. So let's see here. I can't play that guy then.
This is a trade pile.
This is your hand. Trait power we're going to put on the table.
I have one card that says something, and then it says including this one.
Correct. Because once
And
it's
it
in the
says-
trait pile, because it'll be there for the end of the game. Wow, I don't have any cards that I can actually play right now. Okay, so I'm going to play Blubber into my trait pile. All right. So then I am going to stabilize. Mine has no effect. Stabilize, so I go up to 6 now because we have our trait pool went up. All right, and now it is Tutarno.
That doesn't have any effect, right?
He's just worth 4 points. That's all. Just a little 4
I have
points.
wolf bark.
You have bark. Woof. Oh, he does say woof. Oh, mine does. It says it's protective fat. Thank you very much. Oh, he's not fat. It's protective fat. Thank you very much. So they're calling him chubby. All right, and then you draw up to stabilize.
No.
Yep, 6 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 6. All right, and now it is your turn because you are now the first player. So you flip over an age.
There?
Yeah. Well, no, I guess no. You put it here because we're in the second
era.
Yeah, until we get a catastrophe. Yep.
Tropical lands.
Tropical lands.
Players cannot play
Colorless traits. Okay, so yeah, they're the gray, white colored ones. So let's see here. Oh, says I can do this at any time. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I played self-awareness. I should have actually played it on my, well, you can only play 1 card on a turn, but this says I can do it any time. So I went ahead and played self-awareness on oddity. Self-awareness is -1. So this has some take that in it. If any of you guys are wondering, does it have take that?
So minus
it's got some take
giving me
-1 point at the end of the game.
Oh, really?
Voice, the card was in my hand. What did you want me to do? Discard the card and just say I didn't want it?
Sure.
That wouldn't be very nice.
Okay, so I keep playing there, just on top.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they technically need to be spread out like that. No.
It says Cold Blood. Draw 3 cards. You may play one now.
Okay. So I think you have to play one of the 3 that you draw.
2, 3.
I also shuffled in our shiny cards. So we did get some cards with the gold deluxe. You get some hollow foil. I think it's like 5. They're shuffled in here somewhere too. So we have duplicates of whatever those were in the deck.
So I want to make them all the same color?
It depends, because you may get a card that says all of your blues are +1 more, right? There might be a card that says something like that. She's taking her blanket with her. Es lindo. Oh, you're coming back? Oh no, you're gonna get in bed. Bedtime.
Okay, so this one.
+1 to your gene pool.
So now I can
7.
add at the end. Not
Oh.
yet. No?
Well, no, that was you played your card for your turn, and then you played the card from the 3 that you drew.
No, but this.
Yeah, so now it's into your turn, so you go up to 7. So now you stabilize. Stabilization.
Oh, I have 7. 1, 2.
Well, that's because you drew 3, so it kind of worked
I have
out.
8, so I need to discard.
You have to
one.
discard 1. Yeah. My OCD is not enjoying this. All right, the mat right now. There we go. It's not. It wasn't even at the top. All right, so I think you stay first player. Yeah, you stay first player until. Oh no, I didn't go after. Okay, no, it's my turn. Never mind. You just went. I still need to go after you. So I can't play colorless. Oh, Amor, you can't play that one.
¿Por qué?
Because it's colorless. And the tropical land says that you couldn't play a colorless this turn.
So I cannot do this either.
Yeah, so drop that back down to 6. And then you have to play a different card that you drew from the 3 that you drew. You don't remember what 3 you drew?
This one. This one. And
Oh, thank you, Bella. Appreciate Bella, sweetie. No necesita, por favor. Bellita. Come here. You don't know which one you want to play now.
Yeah, this one.
All right. So, pterosaur wings. You may play 1 purple trait. So you can play that.
It says still a trait with a face value
Of 1,
1.
which I don't have 1 in there. Is that your only purple?
Oh, value of 1. Same.
It still gives you the 1 point. You just don't get the action, unfortunately. All right. So now your hand size is 6.
But I discarded this one.
Well, you can grab it back. If that puts you back at 6 or what? Yeah.
Sí.
So yeah, put him back in your hand. Yep. Okay. Now it's mi turno. I remember there was something special about that roll.
What's wrong?
The middle, the rule on the age card. I'm gonna play Teeny Little Melons, steal 1 green trait from an opponent's pile. So I'm minusing you and I keep stealing your stuff. All right, so I get to 6, so I get 2 more cards. All right, and it is next stage. But we know we get at least two turns. Yeah.
Final?
No. We know we get at least 2 before there's a possible catastrophe because it was 3, 3, or 4, 4, and 4. So we should have 1 more of these in there. Players cannot play green this turn. Okay. Tectonic shift. Cannot play green.
It's me, right?
Yeah, you're first player. You have the extra life dice. You're first player.
You may
Mecha.
play 1 effectless trait.
Trade. Okay, so just a card that doesn't have an effect on it. You don't have any cards without an
Because
effect?
I thought I was going to do this because I confused.
Well, you
that
can't.
with
Well,
that.
no,
This
but you
one
can do
has
him that. But you can do him that this time because now you just can't play green.
It
Okay,
was
so now you can do
colorless,
yeah,
not effect-
colorless. Yeah. So now you're up to 7 on your gene pool, and now you stabilize.
1, 2, 3.
How did I only play 1 card last time, but my pool was 6? Somehow I feel like I was a card short last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. Somehow I was short a card. All right, I can't play green. Wonder if that can, I wonder if that includes dual color. I'm guessing if you have a dual color green, you can't play that one either. So, all right, that's fine. So I'll play. Oh, that's green. I can't play that card. I don't have any action cards. You have like all the action cards. All right, I'll just do fear. Are they done playing yet? Fear.
Oh.
All right. So your turn. Oh, your turn. So we gotta do the age. Glacial Drift. You may only play traits with a face value of 3 or lower. Oops, I forgot to stabilize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You should be at 7. You have 7 in your hand?
3 or less.
3 or less. Yeah.
I'm still first. Pero why the ones that I have with minus or have something good as well? So I will be giving you something good.
No, you won't. Oh, your minus card
See.
gives me something good.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not playing it to me and therefore it's not giving me something good? It's giving you something good?
Oh, are we spreading them?
No, it doesn't matter. I mean, you might have to look through them because their card might tell you to do something specific, but no, we're not necessarily doing that.
Okay, so you may only play traits with a face value 3 or lower. I played 2.
2. Draw 3 cards. All opponents also draw a card. Okay, so you draw 3. I draw 1.
And then I stabilize right now. This is the end of my
Yeah,
turn.
it's the end of your turn because there's no more actions you can do. Yep. All right. So
I cannot discard the dominant, right?
no, you can. Yeah, you can discard it. The dominant card basically it can't be removed from your trait
from
pile.
my trait.
Yeah, it's a very powerful card. I mean, but if you don't think it's going to help you for I think your overall goal, then yeah, you may want to discard it. I forget how many dominant cards there are. I think there was 3 dominant cards per color. So there's not a lot compared to the rest of the cards because I think I made 15. I think I made like a stack of 15 when I was doing the randomization, right? All right, so you're down at 7? No, you have more than 7.
So I can. I don't know.
Just if you don't know, then it's just discard something, anything. It doesn't. I don't think any card's gonna like technically make or break the game, especially when we don't know what all the cards do and there's so many. I think with that many cards, there's no way you can strategize that. Oh, I know I need this card for this particular reason. There's just way too many cards to plan that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do Fortune. I think. Yeah, I'll do Fortunate. +2 if you have more green traits in your trait pile than other color, but that's an end of game effect because it's got that raindrop on it, so it doesn't do anything right now. Just means I'll be focusing on green pretty much. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm already at my 6, so it's back to you. So flip an age card. Age. Morado y rosa, por favor. Natural Harmony. You cannot play a trait of the same color as the last trait played. Well, that hurts me. So you can't play red, I can't play green. And they do call it a trait pile. So there, now it's a pile.
Okay, so but if I play this one and it says I may play an
Effectless trait.
can I play a red one? Because this was my previous one.
Technically, yeah, you're right. You can, it says you may not play a trait of the same color as the last trait played. That is now the last trait played. So yeah, you can play a red one. I don't see why not. I think that's one of those house rule type situations. Now, the developer may say different, but I think it's really hard to keep all these cards in balance for situations like that. All right, so I'm going to play Persuasive. Choose a color. All players discard all cards of that color from their hand. So I'm going to say blue. So I do have a blue card. So I have a dual color card, so it counts as both. So you have to discard all blue cards from your hand.
Oh, William.
I don't know how many blue cards you had. I just picked a color. 6.
And do I stabilize right now?
No, stabilize at the end of your turn only. All right, so beginning of your turn. So another age, por favor. Still no catastrophe. It's coming up though. I can feel it. Preview the next age before you take your turn, so you can. Well, basically, we both get to do it. So the next age is a catastrophe. And you're going to discard your hand and stabilize. So you're going to lose. We're going to lose all of our cards. So we have to play whatever card we want to play this time because we're losing the rest. Oh, wow.
See?
-2 for each. Oh, at the end of the game, -2 for each dominant trait in your. Okay, so you're basically going to play with no dominant traits because he's worth 5. Okay, all right. I'm going to play acrobatic. So acrobatic is just he's just a dual color. He's green and counts as green and purple. All right, so there we go. So we know the catastrophe is the next one. So now it is your turn, but +0 to the gene pool. We're good there. Oh, hang on. Do we both stabilize? 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no. Are you at 7?
No, I need 2.
4, 5. Is that 7?
I need 1. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7.
Doesn't matter. We're both discarding these entire hands. All right. So 0, 0. Discard your hand. Oh, you go first because you're first player. Discard your hand and stabilize. Ooh, I forgot about this. So World's End +4 points to the players with the fewest traits in their trait pile. -5 points to the player with the most traits in their trait pile. Holy cow. If you have the least number of traits, you're going to gain 4 and the other person's going to lose 5. This is a bad combo.
Wow.
Because these basically penalize in the same way. Wow. All right, so there's my discard. You got 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 6. And I discarded the other one. You got to be kidding me. I discarded the one that I was debating if I wanted to play it, right? Because I didn't know how many were in the deck. And then it turns out that I drew another one. So I could have, if I would have played that, it would have been better than playing this one. Okay. All right. All right, so first player marker moves to me because we got a cataclysm. No, I don't have any of those yet.
Which one was the one that you
So
played?
I'm gonna play Faith. It's a -1, so you kind of want a card. I had a card earlier that said in order for me to play that card, I had to discard one card from my trait pool. So that would work perfect with that card because you could discard that one, right?
So yeah. So okay. So you played it just because it told you to do it.
Because it
on
told
the
me to do it.
opponents.
Yeah, it told me to do it to an opponent. All right. And I will stabilize. All right, so back to you.
Appealing.
Appealing. You were so appealing. All right. So, Age of Peace. Ignore all trait actions. Well, that's not very nice.
So the
All right. So I'm going to play my
actions
other
are only the ones
dominant
that have that. Oh, the other ones
with
are
the A. Yeah, there's effects and there's actions. The actions are the ones with the A on it. Correct. Yeah. So I went ahead. I played Viral. There's a draw. It basically, at the end of the game, I get to choose one of your colors, and you get -1 for each trait of that color. Well, I played both my dominants. I can't play any more dominants. The other one is Faith. At World's End, I can change one color to another color. Violence. Death and destruction. But
this one.
binary.
Still
a
trait.
Oh.
Which base 0 or 1 from an
Yeah, but
opponent.
that wouldn't be good to do now because you can't do any actions. That actually is an action too. So
It's an action.
yeah, so you can't play that one right now. Wait till next turn and steal one of my cards. Do I have any 0s and 1s? Oh yeah, I got Persuasive. Yeah, Persuasive would be good if you played against Persuasive because you could make me discard all my greens.
And then I have one that is like going to give me minus if I have a dominant, right? -2 for each dominant.
That was your one dude, your 5-point dude. Yep. Your 5-point Doomling prevents you from playing dominant traits. Again, it's only -1, so technically if you did both of your dominant traits that you could play, you would take it down to 3 instead of 5. All right. Stabilize. 7. Sing Kingdoms. Play 2 traits this turn. Ignore actions. So you can't do actions again. You get to play 2. All right, so I'm going to do Swarm, I think. And... oh, that's an action. Can't do that one. Oish. Other two are -1s. I see. I get the -1s. The -1s are because they want you to do it with as a combo. So, for example, I have a Dino card here that I get +1 for the Dinos, but it's -1 by himself. So you don't want to play him until you can combo him. I guess I'm going to play this guy because that's the only other one I have. So 4, 5, 6. I am now stabilized. Stabilization. So you get to play 2, and you can't do actions. So Bloom, that's got an action.
But it says ignore.
Yeah, ignores. I mean, if that's still what you want to do, you're not going to use that. Oh, because it's discard 2 cards from your hand. Actually, that's a good time to play it. Because it ignores it, and therefore you're not having to discard your cards. Inteligente. I feel like you played this game before. All right, stabilize. She goes. All right, we're getting low on cards here. Down to the last 3. Woo. Age of Dracula. Discard 1 random card from your hand. If Vampirism is in your trait pile, steal 1 random card from an opponent's hand. I don't think either one of us have Vampirism. No. I do not have Vampirism. All right, so now we got to do a random. All right, so shuffle your hand. Discard one random card from your hand. Please be the dominant trait. Please be the dominant trait. Please be. Because I don't need another one, so it's like, and I know I've got one in
I
here.
can't have more either, but
Yeah, look, it's a dominant trait.
oh, I thought you were going to steal from me. I was
No, it's
shuffling
discard
the
one
other-
card from your hand from random. Or
Oh, that's so pretty.
yeah, that's one of the shiny ones.
It's shiny.
Yeah, there's like 5 shiny ones. I just shuffled them in. You're supposed to have them as like a collector's item. I just put them in the deck.
Look at that. It was my dominant.
All right. So I'm gonna do Ceratopsian horns, named after the North American Michael Serra. Ceratopsian horns. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get to draw 6. The discard's kind of nice because it does allow you to redo. Ooh, this is a really pretty one. I think this is a. I don't think he was one of my. He might have been one of my shiny cards.
I play late. Late says you may play late from your hand after you stabilize.
No, you keep him in your hand then. You play a card, you stabilize, then you play late. He's late. He came late to the party.
So wait, okay.
So play a card from your hand. So play your normal card like you normally would. Yep. So bullhead, all right? And then you stabilize back to 7. All right? Now you can play late.
Oh, I got it.
Because he's late.
thought it-
He's like, "Oh, I'm late. Hang on, I was supposed to be down here with these guys." All right, Bella. The earthquakes. The people in the camera don't need the earthquakes, sweetie. You can lay down. Here, there's a foot. All right. And there's our last catastrophe. So that is the end of the game. So all the cards in our hand are basically pointless. -1 to our gene pool. I'm not technically sure why we have to do that because it's the last one. Dis 1 card from your hand for every red trait. That doesn't matter either because cards in our hands don't give us any points. All right, so now world ending. All right, so now we need to score.
Oh my god.
Scoring. All these things are kind of in my way because they are on our handy dandy game night scorebook. Now they have official game sheets, I think, on their website. They can print it out.
Yeah, I read that.
So did I. That's how I did that. Amazing. All right, so this is Doomlings. We have Audrey Iwi. And we score tally any points from the final catastrophe. All right, so this is the final C. All right, so player with the fewest traits in their pile gets 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12. All right, so I get 4 for that. -5 points to the player with the most traits in their trait pile. That would be you. World's End, -1 for every red trait in your trait pile. I don't think I have any red. I don't have any reds.
I know.
I'd settle.
I'm losing.
Wow. Holy cow, mi amor. These are the worst traits ever to get. All right, so when it comes 5, so another -5 para Diadre. Lo siento, mi amor. All right, tally the face values of your trait file. So tally, this is the tally.
Okay.
So it's the face value, the number that's just on the card.
With all of these, right?
See, just all the numbers. Yep, all the. Well, no, not in your hand. Just your trait pile. Where's your hand? Oh, your hand's up there. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So all of your cards, total, all of your cards.
That's 0.
Oh, that's 0. Okay, you're using that as 0.
25.
25. Well, you had more points actually than me.
See, minus 10.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. We don't talk about Bruno. Value is equal to the swarms. I got no more swarms, so he's worth 0.
Okay.
All right, so hang on. So now we're doing the bonus effects. At World's End, choose a color. Opponent receives -1 for each color. I'm going with red. We already know that's -5. Let's see what else I got. At World's End, change one color to one alternate color for all your traits. So I'm going to change my purple to green. So these are all green now. So that's what he does. +2 if you have more green cards in your hand than any other card, which I do.
We are doing the ones with the raindrop at in the corner.
Yeah, the ones with the raindrop. All right. So I get +2. Actually, changing these to green didn't do me any good because I didn't have anything to combo. I didn't have one that was like +1 for every green, but that's fine. So I get +2 if green is my biggest color it was. All right. So any of your bonuses?
No, because I have -2 for each dominant trait in your trait pile, but I didn't play any dominant. No.
So you didn't none? No, you get. Oh, that was just. It was a minus if you had a dominant. Okay. So yeah, this is not bueno.
Of course, no.
29 to 10. 29 to 10. All right, go again. See, you got to make a comeback now. All right, so we will, to make this better, we will take out everything this one, and you can
Everything.
just discard them all. Just discard all these. We'll just keep going off the pile. All right, so we need.
With our hands on everything.
Yeah. We'll just do that. Right, and reset that to 5. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, shuffle those a little bit, and then I get 2, you get 2, you pick one, and then you pick one of the 2. So you get 2, I get 2.
I'm shuffling this way.
Okay. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. Shuffle.
Randomly we get. I mean,
each of us gets 2 cards, and then we pick one of those objectives to keep. Those just go away.
We pick one of the objectives.
So now we kind of have an idea of the game. We should know what we can kind of go for objectives. All right. There we go. All right. So what do we got? Okay. Wow. That would be okay. This one's way too hard. But I'm gonna get rid of that one. All right, so we'll show the ones that we got rid of. That way you guys kind of understand how these work. So the 2 that we got rid of the Vixen. So this is +3 if you have 3 to 5 purple traits in your trait pile, +6 if you have 6 or more. So you'd have to have 6 or more purple in your pile. I kind of would have done that on the last one. I think about it because I had the greens, and then I could change
5 reds.
I could change a color to another color, so I could have basically changed all my greens into purples. Yeah. Okay. The lumberjack, and that's probably where like some of those cards come in, is they come in better with these. The lumberjack +3 if you have only 1 or 2 green in your pile, +6 if you had none. Right. So just an idea of what these cards do. I don't know why I showed it to the camera. It's like it's a small webcam. You can't see. So those are the meaning of life cards. And I'm going to turn mine over because, it's the way we play. Oh, this was the ones from the last game. I was like, why do I have all these age cards over here? All right. So we will say the I guess the loser goes first.
I'm the loser.
The loser.
My mom is the loser.
3. Five. You sure that's 5? They like to be sticky. All right. So 5 and 5. All right. Flip over that first age card.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.
It's not a catastrophe.
Muy bien. But instead of stabilizing this turn, you may discard your hand and draw 3 cards. Okay, so it's like if you didn't like any of your cards, you could just discard your whole hand. But instead of going back up to 5, you're only going to go back up to 3.
No.
I don't know. I'm not saying that's... It's the age of Nietzsche. All right.
I'm gonna play flatulence. Flatulencia.
Oh, he's worth 3 and he's got a little farting,
Fart.
cute little fart butt. Is that what you were laughing at when you picked him up?
That's a little butt.
All right, so now you stabilize. I'm going to attach subdermal plating to Adri. You may play this at any time attached to a trait in any trait pile. Host trait cannot be discarded. So basically, you can't discard that guy, but he's now only worth 2
So
points.
he's 2 points.
Yeah,
only.
he's attached to that one. All right. All right. Nuevo age. ¿Qué es ages? ¿Cómo se dice ages?
In here we would say era, but that's
Era?
like the same as era.
Yeah, that's
I
era.
don't know. Periodo, maybe like a period.
Period, maybe? Okay. So, nuevo, por favor.
No.
All right.
Retrovirus.
Already catastrophe. You're good at the catastrophes early. All right, so -1 to our gene pools. Okay. Well, now we're down to 4. Discard 1 card from your hand for every green trait in your pile. Neither one of us have that, so we're good to go. What's the end? At the end, -1 for every green trait. Okay, so we're not playing green this game. Hopefully, neither one of us have a... hang on.
I'm glad I discarded that one.
Oh yeah, the lumberjack. Well, no, but the
I think-
lumberjack said or 0, so technically it would work out for you.
Well, yeah, I would just not make any points.
Well, no, you got +6 if you had it at 0. That kind of worked well with that one because it was +6 points if you had 0 greens in your trade pile.
So what?
And that's forcing us to have 0. So now you play. No.
Discard one.
Yeah, if you had a green, you don't have any greens.
Oh.
So yeah, the retrovirus is focusing on greens. So each of the colors, they said it's in the book. Let's see. Each one of them kind of has a thing of what they are. So blue traits are defense. Green traits encourage growth. Purple are for sneaky players. Red traits play with the risk and reward. Colorless traits have basically catch-all ability. So that's what the colors do. So the colors actually have a kind of a purpose in the game.
Wait, I want to. Well, how is that I could discard everything? Now I cannot do
Now
it
you-
anymore.
No, you can't do that. Now, if you cannot play a card, yes. If you have no card you can play due to whatever limitation is on the catastrophe, then you have to. Like that one where it said you couldn't play any action cards. If all the cards in your hand were action cards, then you would discard and you could draw 3, right? Dermal armor. You may discard 1 trait from your trait pile.
Can I discard this?
Yeah, it says you just can't discard the host, right? Host trait cannot be discarded. Don't say you can't discard that. Oh, no, hang on.
Or this is a host?
Let me double check. Attachments. Can attachments be discarded? Host traits can... they must be attached to host. Okay, we did that. Host traits can only have 1 attachment at a time. Most traits can be host traits. Dominant cannot be... and traits that attach With the attach effect cannot be host traits. Okay, so you can't attach a host to a host. Attachments cannot be the target of swap steal effects, but the host can be. No, doesn't say you can't discard it. Just says it can't be stolen or swapped. Doesn't say it can't be discarded. So yeah, you can discard it.
So now I'm back to.
So now you're back to 3. Yep. That was a good card.
And
All right. Oh, yeah, Catastrophe. So this actually comes to me for the next turn. Yeah, we're at 4 now. I'll do mitochondrion, which is +1 to my gene pool, so I'm back to 5, which allows me to at least draw a card. So I didn't like any of that. All right. Nuevo Age, Badlands with the Dinosaurs. So this is one of the expansion cards. Discard 1 card, shuffle the discard pile, and deal 1 card face down to each player. Return any remaining cards to the discard pile. So we both have to discard 1 card. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be playing that guy. I knew we both did the same thing. Technically, though, we should only do these 3 because these were from the previous game. That means we're pretty much getting the we're pretty much probably going to get the greens back. Or the attachment. Good luck out and get the attachment. Well, one of us got the attachment. And it wasn't me. Dang it! All right. So I get to play. I'm going to play Flight. The action, swap hands with an opponent. Thank you. Give me your hand. Mio.
I hate you.
Gracias. And back to 5. Oi. Dang, what is my thing? Oh. Oish. No, I shouldn't have played that. That's my thing.
What is your thing?
+6 if I had no blue cards.
Yeah, more.
All right, well.
Oh, I hate this card.
And then all the cards I took from you were blue. Yeah. Ooh, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
It's my turn now?
Tu turno, sí. Don't play any green cards. This is bad. Green cards are bad. BZ, off. Off city. Hang on. Bella, you want a bone? You want a bone?
Ignore the next catastrophe.
Take it. Adios.
I...
You don't like any of those cards? Neither did I. Why do you think I wanted to swap hands?
I had one that would let me pick the next 2 ages, and I have one.
Oh, was there one in here that should pick the ages? I haven't even read them all yet.
Alright, see.
Oh. Also, I can.
There is one that tells me
I can play
ignore
this.
it.
I can play this at any time, so I'm going to go ahead and play that now again.
I need to. This one is. No, we cannot play with 3 cards. So how do I do? Okay, I play this.
Denial. Ignore the next catastrophe. You cannot ignore the 4 horsemen.
So if it is a 4,
It still
horsemen, I
still
can
takes
still-
effect. Yep. All right. So stabilize. All right. So the next age is Lunar Retreat. Players cannot play purple.
Why didn't you appear before?
Oh All I got is purple and blue. Because I took your hand. This came back and bit me. Because I can't play blue. One or two gets me 3. And I was going to play this inventive to get rid of that blue one.
Oh, yeah.
But it's purple. um,
What is the thingy? Traits with this corner symbol.
all right, that's fine. I'm going to play this because it's worth 0. And it might actually kind of come in handy for a little bit. I can do a combo with this. So I'm going to do regenerative tissue. What it lets me do is anytime you discard a trait, which I'm going to do on the next turn to discard this one, I'll then get a free card from the trait pile. So that worked out. All right. And now I regenerate or stabilize. That's regenerate. All right. You just can't play purple. You can play anything else but purple. Oh, he's like a little bunny mouse thing.
Big ears.
Big ears. He's like a bunny mouse thing. No bueno?
I will need to play. Well,
Easy. Lay down, sweetie.
not an action. This is at the end of the game.
End of the game. Yeah, whichever color you have the most of. If 2 or more colors are tied, this is colorless. So basically, that's real good for the ones where it says if you have 6 or more of a color. That comes in handy for that one. All right. Next stage. Reforestation. Traits in your trait pile cannot be swapped, stolen, or discarded. Okay. Oh, you prick!
Cannot be discarded.
What I wanted to do. Oh, this game is making me not be able to play my cards. I want to play my cards, but it won't. All right, that's fine. I'll play Sticky Fingers. All right. Or Sticky Secretions. Not Sticky Fingers. All right, so yeah, back to you. That's another thing. It's like, because of the way these things happen, like I had my turn planned out and it keeps ruining my plans every single
The only
time.
thing I can play is this.
Super Spreader. All gene pools receive -1. That's the only card you have in your hand that you can play.
Yeah, because I have a green. I don't want to play the green.
No.
The green one. And I have one that is a dominant that...
You really don't want as your dominant.
I mean, I could play that.
Well, here's the thing. The benefit of
And
going
the
down
other one
going down to 3 then gives you the capability to discard that green. Well,
See.
unless you're already at 3. I mean, that's fine. So I'm down to 4. You're down to 3.
But if
And
I
now-
play that, now I am at 3.
Oh. So, yeah, you wouldn't draw either. Okie dokie. Flourish. Draw 2 cards. Okay.
I draw 2.
See,
also.
everybody. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm playing inventive, which the action allows me to play an action from an opponent's trait pile. In your trait pile, you had that one that let you may discard 1 trait from your trait pile. So I'm going to use his dermal armor to discard flight. And by discarding flight, anytime you discard a trait from your trait pile, including this one, including this one, because this one's not worth any points right now. I'm going to get rid of him. Although I want to discard that guy too, so maybe I'll do it this way first. I get to draw a card from the trait deck. Please don't be blue. Oh, you play it. Do I get to do its action? Ignore all actions. Dang it! Now I'm back up to 2 blues. I would have been better off with that other card. Oh, because I lost a point in that. And that whole fiasco, I lost a point. Okay, so it's your turn. +2 to your gene pool. So you're back to 5. Oh, hang on. I got to discard down to 4. We're going to get rid of you.
I go back to my gem pool right now. Stabilize.
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 This one's bad. Like, I don't know why anybody would want to play this one themselves. It says you and an opponent discard one trait card from each other's trait pile. So it's like you're going to have somebody choose which of your cards is going to be discarded. Yeah, definitely don't want that. All right. You played? Yeah, I was still doing discard. Are you down to... You're at your 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Comet Shower. This has been a pretty long era here, hasn't it? Discard one card from your hand at random.
I know. Please don't be that one, please. Please. Oh no, don't be.
Bad. Opponents discard 2 cards. Okay, that was just a...
Don't be. Pick it.
No, I'm not picking it.
And then I get one again?
No, you're not stabilizing yet. We haven't even played yet. Look at your opponent's hand. You may steal 2 of their cards.
I don't like this anymore.
A world's end, choose a color. Opponents discard 1 trait of that color from their trait pile at random. Self-lubricating. I definitely don't want that green one. To play, you must discard 1 red from your trait pile. +4 if you have more traits in your trait pile than your opponent.
I mean, I'm doing really bad now.
Yeah, I do. I think I'll take that guy. Hyper intelligent. I'll let you keep the hyper intelligence. I don't think I want.
Was it 1 or 2?
I may steal 2 of their cards. I only stole 1 of your cards.
Here, I can give you this one for free.
I don't want that one. All right, so now I stabilize. Oh, here, I can give you a green one for free. All right. You got it?
Yeah.
Well, no, you weren't supposed to draw a 5 discard. Put that card back. You still got to play a card. We haven't had a catastrophe yet. Tractable clause.
To play, you must discard 1 red trait from your trait pile. Sing.
The -1.
I was sweating.
Oh, that's the one you wanted. I wasn't even looking at for that because I was like, I didn't have any red cards. I didn't even have any red cards to discard. If it said blue or if it said any, I would have taken it. But it said red, and I was like,
thank you for not taking it.
Thank you for not taking the card that I didn't need. Sí. Un poquito de agua. All right, you ready? Oh, hang on. You gotta. What do you got? 2, 3, 4, 5. Just in case the thing makes you do something with your cards. All right. Nope, that's the wrong. That's the wrong file.
Gracias.
Catastrophe. I knew it was only a matter of time. What do we got? We got a tsunami. Mega tsunami. -1 to our gene pools. Oh, I'm down to 3. Pass your hand to the right.
I don't like those.
I don't like those. All right, and then you get to be first on the next one, though. All right, now what do I want to play? Draw cards until you draw a Miffling. Add it to your hand. Put the other cards at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, he's rough. Man. I think I'm going to play... Yeah, I'll play Ancient. So draw cards until you draw a Miffling, which is one with this little symbol. This could take a while. Nope. Yep. Play it immediately. Wow, that actually took less time than I thought. I didn't think there were that many Mifflings in here. It doesn't say not to... you may play Necromantic from your hand when an opponent discards a trait. Oh, okay. It's a special on play ability. See when it's got the little exclamation point with the wings? It basically means that you do it when it's not your turn.
Oh.
That's pretty much what it's saying. All right, so I got to go down to 3. We're definitely not going to be playing the green, so there's no point in that. All right.
You can only play 2 dominants, it says, right?
Yeah, 2 per game. All right, so your turn. Apex Predator, +4 if you have more traits in your trait pile than your opponent. You better be doing some work. I've got quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm only at 8. Actually, you probably do have more than me right now, don't you? We count that minus. You're at exactly 8. So you have to find a way to get more into your pile.
But it's okay. I
Ties
get
don't
4.
count. Yeah, you get
But I
another
still
4.
get it.
Yes, you still get the dominant. You are correct. All right, so okay, first turn. So you're stabilized to 4. Next stage. Catastrophe right off the bat. Wow. Okay, well, these cards don't do anything. Those cards don't do anything. Eyes open from behind the stars. -1 to our gene pool, doesn't matter. Discard 1 card from your hand. The players who discarded the lowest face value also discards 1 from their... Ooh, so that actually we have to do.
Okay. Discard
Because
your
it makes us
highest.
discard a card from the trait pile. Discard 1 card from your hand. The player or players who discarded the lowest face value must also discard 1 from their trait card. So I am discarding a 4. So you better discard something higher than a 4.
I don't have anything.
And then it doesn't matter. Then you just have to discard anything. So just discard the 3. No. Yeah, so discard the 3 and then you have to discard. But here's the thing. That means you can discard that 1 on the bottom. So you won't be able to get your +4, but you got rid of the -1. So that's good. All right, so scoring time. Scoring time. Hi-ho. Hi-ho.
Did you complete your mission?
Oh, yeah, I gotta add a line for mission down here.
Did you?
Kind of, but not fully. All right, so the first thing is the catastrophe cards. World's in -1 for every green trait, and I don't think either one of us played any greens, so we're still good there. World's in, discard 1 rate try. Oh, dang it. 1 red at random. You're not keeping track. What's 1 + 1? What's 3 + 5?
8.
What's 9 + 9?
18.
That's your Apex Predator. Yeah, well, that wasn't fun. World's in, discard your highest vase value. Oh.
On your trade pile. Okay.
To the old god. It's making a joke.
So discard the highest one?
The highest one.
Not all that job that
Discard your highest face value. All of mine are 1s, so it really doesn't matter. So as long as it doesn't have an in-game effect, it's okay. Oh, hang on. Whoopsie. Come here. Get back here. What am I doing, stupid Will? Let's get rid of one of these. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't impact mine. Oh, highest face value. So it's going to be one of my 1s. So I'll just get rid of one of the blues. It doesn't. I was thinking I should get rid of both the blues, but it's 1 or 2. And I have technically still 1, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so there was nothing for those. So, all right, so now we got to tally our points. Wow, this is a low-scoring game. 1, 2, 3.
13.
So I have 3. You have 13? Really? Whoosh. Yeah, 3.
I have 4 +2
What was I doing? I was playing all. I got all 1s. Well, that wasn't very effective. Bonuses. Do you have any cards with bonuses in score? +1 for each purple trait in your trait pile. So I have 3.
So this one says rainbow horn is whichever color you have the most of.
Which is colorless, so it doesn't do anything. Again, it would only be useful for a...
Another, like a...
Well, technically, colorless is not a color, it says. It says colorless is not a color, so your most color is purple, so he counts as purple.
No, because this one is not... This one is colorless?
That's colorless. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
so technically, he's purple. Yeah, if you have something that benefits. Okay, so the last one is your sign or mission card. So mine is +3 if I have only 1 or 2 blue traits. So I only had 1, so I get 3 for that. What is yours?
Mine was +3 if you have 3 to 5 traits with actions, and +6 if you had 6 or more. I had 1.
One with action.
One that I played action.
Wow, this was a totally different game the first time. So I'm 9 to 13. Still, it was a close game, even though like I did bad. I did horrible because all mine were ones.
I win.
But 9-13. So Oddity wins that one. But then the question is, we only played 2 games, so who wins the medal? Best 2 out of 3? We have to go uno mas. Can you do another one?
See.
All right. Yeah. Now that we know, it makes it kind of quick to play. All right. So let's get rid of. All right. So get rid of these. Get rid of these. Get rid of these.
Get rid of this.
See. There's mine.
On my hand.
Yeah, it just gives us a good way to get through the deck. So we're also seeing more of the cards, which is kind of cool. There's 2 more guys there. 2 meaning of life for you. 2 meaning of life for me. Discard. 5.
That's muy lindo.
Catastrophes. 1, 2, 3. All right. 1.
Oh, this one discard. This was discard. See.
No. That's the new ones to choose
choose?
from. Yeah, it's the ones to choose from this game.
Oh, really? But you combined them.
No, I didn't. I've got my 2. Are they similar? They're probably similar, I guess, to the ones you had before.
Similar to the ones we got before.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt there's much variety in what they can do for the little meaning of life cards. But the meaning of life cards do help a little bit because you can actually focus on something. All right. 2. Good girl. All right, what do we got? 5 cards for each of us, por favor. And then you won, so that means I'll go first. This one would have been good for you last turn. Which one do I want to go with? That's hard. I'll go for this one. Technically, the order is, do you do that before or after? I think we might have done that in the wrong order.
Okay.
Oh, no, you do that first. No, you actually get you're supposed to see your hand first. So now that you've seen your hand, does that impact which one you want to take?
Well, it does, but it's not like it is impossible. I don't know.
No, that doesn't impact.
I mean, it doesn't help me at all. But...
Okay. All right. You're supposed to see your hand before you do that. All right.
Okay.
So discard you guys. All right. Primer. First turn. Catastrophe. AI takeover. -1 to a gene pool or right from the get-go. Discard all but 1 card from your hand.
All but 1?
All but 1 card from her hand. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right. So I'm going to play selective memory, play 1 card from the discard pile, and play its action.
No, so I can play this one.
That's the one you have to play this turn.
Then I cannot.
You don't want to discard that guy? All right.
I can't because I need to have played another one.
Is that what it... Oh, it's got something that interacts with another card.
Let's see.
All right. So now I get to figure out which guy's action I want to...
I don't have to do the action, right? Or the effect?
Oh, dang it. That doesn't do what I wanted to do. I was trying to do a different combo. And I can't do that combo. So actually what I wanted to do doesn't work with this guy's card. So actually I don't want to keep him. I'm going to do this instead. You may play zombified into an opponent's trait pile when it is... Oh, no. When it's discarded from your plan. That is what I wanted to do. Okay, hang on. Never mind. Stop, Will. Stop. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to play that guy. Then I'm going to discard these. When I discarded zombified, then it goes into your pile. That's what I was trying to do. Okay. Actually, it wasn't because I misread the card, but then after I reread the card, that's what I was trying to do. All right, so now I get to... Oh, now I get to refresh. 2, 3, 4. Are the cards upside down? Or just I drew them upside down?
These ones, I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Do terno with your uno carta. Selfish. Steal a red trait card from an opponent. Oh, and I kept the red card.
And what?
And just, no, you just steal it so it goes into your hand when you steal. I think. Where is the actions? Out of turn effects, stabilize. Doesn't say what you do when you steal. Facts. Actions.
Because I can play this anyways, or would I?
Well,
Is this
I'm trying to figure out if steal goes from trait pile to trait pile or steal goes to your hand. But I don't remember reading anything about steal except for that one card that says you can't steal attachments. Pages. Huh. It does not say what steal does. Stunted growth, special thanks. I
think it makes sense to put it on your trade pile because there are things that say that if you have more, do you make points if you have more trades than your opponent?
So you'd have to steal to have more.
I mean,
yeah, we'll go. You're stealing from trade pile to go to trade pile because it doesn't. Even on here, it doesn't have steal, right? Actions, traits, traits. Yeah. Yep. Somebody might have asked in Board Game Geek. We'll probably go out to Board Game Geek, and if we do, I'll put a clarification down below. All right, and now you normalize. Is it possible to not put traits in your trait pile?
You're first? See?
Oh no, catastrophe happened on that very
So,
first turn, so yeah, it's you. So yep, we need a new age. I forgot where we were in the turn order. I forgot what we were doing.
Joy.
Joy. So this is actually a special card. This was I don't know what it was for, but it was not with the other cards. It was like one by itself. So I imagine this was a special card. Draw one card or discard 2 cards. Yeah, I'm not gonna use that. I'm not gonna use these 2, so I'm gonna discard both of those. All right. Are you gonna draw a card or are you gonna discard 2? Or you don't know yet? Discarding basically just means that on the end of your turn, you're gonna be able to stabilize better. Or stabilize and get more cards, pretty much. It's kind of like a hand refresh.
Do you always have to make the effects? Or can you choose not to?
No, you have to do what the card says. Yeah, you always have to do what the card says.
Always.
And it is 2 turno. You got the kidney beans. Not the Bella beans, but the kidney beans.
This trait cannot be removed from your trade pile.
Ooh, that's a pretty one. You feel fulfilled. This, I think, was the other special one. I think it was Joy and Fulfilled was the special cards for the Kickstarter fulfilling. So it was like 2 cards that came together. That worked it perfectly. And this one's good, but I'm wondering how I would pull that off. All right, so I'm going to do Motley. So Motley, he's the only one in the entire deck. He was a special Kickstarter card. He basically counts as every color. So he's just he's every color, but he's not colorless, I should say. All right. Next stage. Temporal sands play the effects of the previous age, excluding catastrophes. All right, so we're going to play that effect again. Draw 1 or discard 2. I don't want to discard 2. Because it's tiny, man.
I discard.
I think I'm going to draw this time. All right, so your turn.
So I don't fulfill yet, right?
No,
I mean...
no. After you play your trait card, then you'll be able to stabilize. Legend. Wait for it. Dairy. Discard your hand. Do not stabilize. Ooh, juicy. Well, that was a shiny card too.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, see, that one's one of those. Yeah, that's one that would only really work very well if you're playing with more players, or technically, I had a bigger trade pile.
Okay, do not. So I don't have any.
Yeah, you have no cards.
So I cannot play next round.
That's basically what he did. He gave you 8 points and says.
So I don't have any cards ever again.
You'd have to wait till the next time to stabilize, or if this comes up and says draw a card. Yeah. I'm going to try for this, but this is going to be hard. I'm playing Tiny. So Tiny is...
Tiny?
He's worth 17, because it's a joke, but he's -1 for each trait card in your trait pile. So I have to try not to play cards to my trait pile or discard them. That's kind of how I have to do this, right? So, all right. So I do that. I'm already at 4, so no stabilize. All right, next stage. I guess it's going to be me solo. Solo mio. Well, you can still do what it says. Oh, draw one card. There you go. Oh, draw 1 card after you stabilize. So it's at the end of your turn. So now it's your turn. You can't play any cards because you have none. So yeah, now you're going to stabilize to 4 and then draw 1. So technically 5. All right. You got in here.
Oh, I know. Why do you always get those that damage?
So I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do the kidney, and I'm gonna attach him. So attached to any trait in the trait pile, that trait's effect is now inactive. So basically, this is inactive. So if you got any more kidneys, it's not gonna help. But I did give you 1 point for doing that. So technically,
so for any of the kidneys, it will. I mean, it's only this card or all the type of card?
His ability is now inactive.
His. Only his.
Only his.
On that card.
On that kidney. If you get another kidney, that kidney would still be, well, technically, then that's not a good play. Hang on, that's not a good play now that I think about it. You're right. Yeah, because you put another kidney, it's just going to work on that other kidney. I'll wait till you get something else. Let me see what else I can do.
So, no,
All right, so I'm going to play Tetrachromatica, and then I'll draw 1. And I draw 1 for the age. Okay, now it's Tutarno, Nuevo, Periodo. Periodico. Periodo. Age of metadata. Play this age with your hand revealed, which we half the time do anyways. So we basically, this turn, we have to play with like this so the other person can see the cards. Problem is, that's hard. Like, being able to see all the words and have time to read it, yeah.
Me too, no. Basically, a number of kidneys in the trade pile, including this one.
Destined.
I was doing wrong. I had 5 cards in my hand.
Yes, because you stabilized and got the +1 from the previous round.
So I'm okay.
Okay, so you're okay.
So I don't stabilize. I can say that.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to play Scutes. Scutes, give an opponent one trait from your trait pile. So I'm going to give you that one there, which gives you -1 for each colorless trait, which I think right now you only have 1. So you're actually okay. It'd been better if you already had like 3 or 4 in there. All right, so I can't stabilize because I'm already at 4.
But why did you play that on me?
Because of him. Give an opponent one trait from your trait pile, so I gave you him. Okay. Nuevo.
You always get those.
Lo siento.
Did I play something else?
Sí. Messiah. Play this age in reverse. Okay, so I get to go first. I'll play Migratory, which is just basically 2 points. There's a Caspito. Had to get rid of him. All right. No.
You may discard your hand and stabilize.
Stabilize. Okay.
Stabilize.
Yep.
I'm going to get rid of this one, but I don't understand this.
Bring about the next catastrophe. Skip all turns, ignore all age effects. Yeah, it basically. Dang it! I wish I would have known you had this one.
Oh, lo siento. Pero what does it?
It basically makes the next. You basically go into the deck and find the next catastrophe.
So we end the game.
Well, no, it would go here. But say it was here, like what I would happen is as soon as I see this one happen, I would play that on the next turn. Because remember, I'm trying to have as few cards in my trait pile as possible because of him, because of Tiny, right? And I had a card that would let me steal that.
Why do you always get those? I don't read them well. I don't know. I never steal from you or anything. And
I don't know why I keep getting them. I know, we always say you're the thief in games.
Okay.
And it's every pair of colors. I don't have a bunch of pair of colors. Like any of these. Oh, I could have stopped that from happening too. Man, I don't want any of these cards. All right. So I'm going to do Nosy. Look at 2 random cards from your opponent's hand, steal 1, and play it immediately. Random. So shuffle, shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle, and then let me like hold them out like this.
Not even like that. It's fair.
All right, so I steal dos. I definitely don't want that one. Technically, I don't want... Oh, and I have to play it immediately. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I play that one. I give that one back to you. Take 2 cards from the discard pile and add them to your hand. Oh, dang it. I don't want colorless, though. I gotta get a discard. Where's discard? Is there any of these discard?
Is it possible to see this for me or not?
Yeah, you can look at my hand.
Your hand? No, your pile.
Pile, yeah. Man. None of these let me discard anything. All right. So I took these two. All right. So that was mine.
Three. I didn't get one.
Because it was still my turn.
Sorry.
Because remember we played in reverse order, so I went first.
50.
And then stabilize. So it says stabilize to 4. I'll do this one. Okay. So what are you doing?
This one says play an action from your trade pile.
Mm-hmm.
I hope
From your trade pile.
From this one.
Okay. So something with an A.
If I do this, can I
steal a red trade card from your opponent's trade pile? Can you steal my what?
The first one that you have, the last one.
Yeah, it counts as every color. Oh, you just ruined what I was trying to do. Although that's your second dominant.
Okay. I'm happy stealing from you. I won't play any more dominants.
Because I got a card that would do something for me, and now it's not going to do something for me like I want it to.
Lo siento tanto.
Aish. All right. Okay. All right, so you go. You're still first. We haven't had a catastrophe yet. Yet. It's going to happen eventually.
Te amo.
Te amo.
You
There we
said
go.
it.
Catastrophe. Oh, it's the dinosaurs. The end of the world as we know it. -1 to Eugene Poole. Discard 1 card from your hand for each dominant trade in your trait pile. Thank you for taking that dominant trait from me. So I have to discard 1. I think I'll leave this guy here.
Okay, I discard this too.
Oh, and I can do this at any. Okay, so this comes to me. All right, so it's your turn.
Right?
Yeah, you had 2. Yeah. All right, so your turn.
Play columns.
Gallons. All right, I'm gonna
play by last.
and then stabilize. Yep. So I'm going to play my lineization to your motley. So basically your motley is not every color, it's basically no color now. Right? Yeah. So basically he's no color. Motley is zero colors. All right, so that was my turn.
That actually is a benefit for me.
Oi! You knew I was going to play that? No.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. Now, hang on. Dominance can't be removed, but does it say we can't play something on a dominant? I can't remember. Dominant traits have the gold border. Once played, they cannot be swapped, stolen, discarded, returned, or removed. Okay, so they just can't be removed from the trait pile. Oh, no, then you couldn't have stolen mine because that's a dominant. You can't steal my dominant. So let's back this up. So steal a red card. So I didn't have a red card. So we're like 3 moves behind now. I don't know how to reverse.
Are you sure it says dominant?
Yeah, dominant. You can't remove it. I forgot there was dominant you cannot remove.
I can never succeed on affecting you.
So I should have discarded 2 cards on my last turn. So I would have actually.
So now what do I do?
I wouldn't have had this. I'd have had to discard another card during that turn, right? I wouldn't have drawn this yet because I haven't stabilized. I'm trying to reverse back to that discard. You would have gotten yours back. One of your 2. So what did you discard? Dragonheart and.
I discarded 2 because.
Yeah, but it would only be 1 now. I had to discard 2.
Discard that.
Okay. And then. What would you have played instead of selfish on that previous turn? Do you remember what else you had?
This one.
Okay. +4 if you have all 4 colors, which I think you do, don't you?
No.
What are you missing?
Green.
Well, you just need a green. Okay.
And this one.
That was what you drew, or
That is what I played. So.
the previous turn. But what did you draw at the end of that turn to put you back at full? Or you don't remember?
I did these 2. These 2.
Okay, so put those back.
Oh, saliva. At the bottom?
No, top's fine. They're back in the order they were. Okay. So now we're back to doing the catastrophe. And I'm going to go ahead and play. Oh, I can't. Oh, no, I can't play that anymore.
Okay.
Because I have 2 dominant traits.
Oh, you wanted to play another
I
one?
wanted to, remember I said I wanted that other card so I could have the catastrophe happen. And I was happy when you took my dominant trait. But you can't take dominant traits. So
Wow.
and I technically cannot play any cards. So I'm going to discard my entire hand and just draw 3. Which is technically my entire thing anyway. So I basically just lost my turn there. So now it's your turn.
So if I do...
Now remember, you got to get a green in there at some point.
What if I don't need to?
Hmm?
I don't want to.
Oh, well, then you just don't get the +4. That's fine. Okay.
So play 2 additional
Traits, ignore their actions.
See?
And stabilize.
I don't have cards.
That was a lot of cards there. All right, so I do the new age. Because you made a catastrophe. Stop making catastrophes. After you stabilize, pass 1 card to your left at random.
Okay.
After we stabilize, I have to give you one of my cards after I stabilize. So that's fine. All right. Well, that kind of determines which card I'm going to play then. I'm going to play Saliva so I can actually get some cards. I only need 2, not 3.
You are stable now?
Well, I stabilized. Now I have to randomly give you one. I know which one I would prefer, but... Well, no, that wouldn't help me anyways, because I don't have any... No. I do this.
Not
After
yet?
I stabilize. You'll do it after you stabilize.
Oh, so
Yep.
I still have to play one?
Yeah, I'm going first. You're second now. All right. I don't even know. I forget what card that was. Oh, I remember what card that was. It's actually an okay card. Okay, do that.
Now with including that one?
No. Now you play your turn. You're trying to get ahead of yourself. You haven't stabilized. All right. And then I'm going to play this because you played that. So you still get to draw your 3 cards, but you may play Ephegial. I don't know what it is. From your hand onto an opponent's trade pile when they play an action. You played an action. But you still get 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. All right. Hey, Amo. I don't know why I get all the mean cards. I don't know why.
When I get them, then I play them, and then, oh no, you cannot play.
It's not like I'm changing the rules. It's just something's happening. You can't technically play it. All right. So now you need to stabilize back down to 3. And then you need to pass 1 card randomly to me because you're only left. Got to go all the way around the table to get to me, but it'll come around here eventually. All right.
Okay, wait. Un momento. I'll discard these 3.
Okay.
And then...
Randomly. So you got shuffle. I don't want that. You need that. You actually need this. All right. Oh, that's fine. We'll go to the next stage. Galactic Drift. If you play a colorless trait, you may play another colorless trait. Yeah, I'm kind of not doing that, guy. Oh, I've been reading this wrong. I've been bypassing my colorless traits.
you have 3 to 5, you get +3.
I've been discarding them.
+6 if you have 6 or more, and you have been discarding them. See, that happens because you're like that.
I know. Oh. All right. Why am I at 3 cards? Oh, because I played one on you. Do I have? No, I can't even do that one. Oh no, all opponents. Okay. Okay, I'll do this one. All opponents discard one red trait card from their pile. So, it's not too bad. It's just
Any?
one. Yeah, it says any. Just has to be red. I was trying to keep this slim, but I'm not getting enough discards to keep it slim. The more cards I put in there, the worse off I am for my total points because of that tiny. Poor tiny. Tiny Tim. All right. It's an endless
if it says
stream
at
of
World's
Castitos.
End, then that I have to keep it until the end, until we get another.
No, that means that happens at World's End.
But
whatever.
It says at World's End you may play Sneaky from your hand.
Correct. So you want to keep him in your hand till the end of the game, so then you can play him. So kind of like late, he's the opposite of late. He's sneaky. You underestimate me sneakiness, sir.
So I have to play
Righteous.
that.
You may play Righteous from your hand at any time to stop the actions.
I mean, I don't have an.
Well, you could have played it on your last turn to stop this from happening if you wanted to. But I mean, you basically went for 1 for 1.
Well.
Yeah, you traded 1 for 1.
So.
All right, so stabilize. Catastrophe. So everything in our hands is basically, well, hang on. Let's double check if we don't have to do that discard thing again. -1 to gene pool. Really doesn't matter. We do discard 1 trait card from your trait pile. Well, actually, that helps me. One trait card from your trait pile.
Like I can discard this one?
1 trait from your trait pile, yeah. Stop getting rid of my minuses. Do I have any end of effects? That really doesn't matter. I have a whole bunch
and I can play now this one.
Yep. End of world. All right, so end of world. Discard 1. Oh, now we get to start with the things. Okay. All right, so yeah, I did not understand my meaning of life, so I did not get my meaning of life. So we are going to do a scoring again. All right. So end of world, each colorless trait is now worth 2. Ignore all colorless trait effects. Oh, so that means if you had a colorless that was worth more than 2, it's now only worth 2. So your destined is only worth 2.
Each
colorless trait is now worth 2. Ignore all their trait effects as well. So if they had any trait effects, so that was actually bad with my meaning of life. That would have been horrible. Okay, so well, no, we just need to know that that's only 2 when you count it. -1 for each trait in your trait pile with a face value of 3 or more. I keep forgetting to pay attention to these while we're playing.
I did too. I have a lot.
So 1, 2, 3. I got minus 3.
Or more?
Yeah, so I got -3.
1, 2. Wow, no. So I get minus.
Well, here's the thing. I think we have to do all of these, but you have to discard 1 card in your. You have to discard 1 with a face value of 4 or higher. So I'm going to get rid of him. So actually, I only have -2 because you have to discard 1.
So can I do the same?
Yeah. So -2.
So same thing.
No, that's your 8. Bring him back.
This one.
Yeah. So -2 as well, right? All right, so we both did -2. That's not fun. All right, so now we add up our points. So mine is 20. All right.
8. 8. 16. 20.
20. All right. So right now I'm ahead. Bonus. Do you have any end of game bonuses?
Bonuses.
Minus. I've got a minus bonus. So I got a -6. So he's a 17, but he's already a -1, so he's technically only a 16.
So I get +1. Value is equal to the number of kidneys in my pile. I have only 1 kidney. So +1.
Ah, you're beating me now. All right, end of game thingy.
End of game.
Your meaning of life.
Yes, yes. +6 if you have non-green.
No green.
No green.
Yeah, because I knew you were going for that. So Audrey, so that is 27 to... No, I'm sorry, 25. Forgot the -2 up there. 25 to 18. So Audrey wins twice. So Audrey gets the medal. The medal.
See, looks prettier later.
Oops, we got to be on the right screen. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Did it finally switch? There we go. There we go. So medal ceremony. Audrey gets the extra life medal for winning the game this week. So Audrey is now, I think overall though, we have to go back. I think though I am still up for the year. We'll have to do a tally count because we'd probably have to do a video on that. So we have to say what games we played and who's won what. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and switch over to, I think it's number 3. We're going to find out if this is right or if I got my numbers wrong. 3. Haha, it is. Audrey has to get a little bit closer. All right. So here are our first impressions for Doomlings. So the first thing is the components. So for me, I mean, the cards are nice. I like the stock. The stock is okay. The linen finish, I could technically do without. I feel like it was causing some issues.
Is that what causes issues?
Yeah, I mean, the linen finish, but I mean, it does look nice. It is supposed to help protect it because it's got that linen finish on it. So it's a plus and a minus. Maybe the more you play and you get some oils on it from playing it, they won't stick as much. So that's a minor gripe. The colors are great. The art's great.
It's cute.
It's very cute. I mean, that's really your only components. It's cards, just a whole bunch of cards. The other thing with the components is this playmat. So for me, this playmat is a big miss. I like it. It's nice for the setup. It's nice for the colors. I would have preferred an actual board to this playmat. And the only reason I'm saying that is because they use such a thin neoprene that if you guys saw during the play, that warping is just from it being rolled into a tube to be sent to us. Now, again, that went through China and then through the boat and then through so it's been rolled for a while, but that's next to impossible to get completely out. And it's minor. It's my OCD. I don't think it bothers you as much, right? The waviness. Yeah. What I would have rather, but here's the problem. Everybody wants stitch mats. Is the mat going to be stitched? Can we have a stitched mat? They technically could have increased this thickness instead of doing the stitching. I would have been fine. I think that'd have been good. And here's my why I will not be getting, and this is probably why I will not be getting. They do have play mats for players. They're just little mats that you can sit in front of yourself. They're probably this exact same thickness. I think this play mat should be thicker. It really is a very thin play mat. I mean, even the cheap play mat we got for Pokemon is thicker than this, right? And I think that mat cost me $10 or $12. It's a nice big mat. So that's the only problem with for me. My biggest complaint with the components is that the shininess, the special shiny cards.
Oh.
See if I can find one real quick. I do like that. I do like the hollow foil. So a lot of people want to make hollow foil cards. If you guys want to make a hollow foil card, make it like this. Just a subtle little hollow foil. It's not the whole card. It's not a Pokemon card, right? This is okay. I like this hollow foil. Red Rising did very similar. And I technically wouldn't mind if the entire game was this hollow foil.
Yeah.
Right? Anything about you for the components?
I was going to mention this, that it is helpful as well.
The player aid. We do see that is missing one thing. And I guess, I don't know, I guess we add that to mechanics. So we'll go on to mechanics, which really for the mechanics for this game, you're kind of off the screen again. You gotta get closer to me. There you go. Gotta stay Gotta stay beside me. The mechanics of the game are very simple. You're basically playing a card. I mean, that's what you're doing. You play the card, do the effect. You draw a card, you do the effect of the catastrophes and the different things that are out here in the middle. I don't think you can get any higher mechanic of that. It's a point salad type game where you're just trying to add up all your points and trying to combo them off of it. It's why at the beginning of the video we said, you know, I gave it a small comparison to like Fantasy Realms and Red Rising, but I call this Fantasy Realm the party game, you know, because you're kind of doing the same thing, except for it's meant for a lot of people. We had a lot of fun joking and laughing. But for mechanics, was there anything in the mechanics you didn't like or what you did specifically like?
It's not about this specific game, but I hate when you take my cards.
Oh, the take that part of the mechanics.
I don't like it, but I mean that's what makes the game.
That's what makes the game, and that's the kind of where there's a couple games, and that's most of your party games. That's how they are now. You got Unstable Unicorns, you've got Exploding Kittens. All those games started doing this to where it's take somebody else's card, stop them from playing. Tom Vassell hates it. Tom Vassell hates playing take that games. So you'd probably agree with a lot of the games he likes. Difficulty. So here's where we got to go to Board Game Geek, and I'm always a step behind on going to Board Game Geek.
I don't know what to say. It goes from 1 to 5.
I guess 0 to 5. Yeah, 0 to 5. What do you say?
Maybe 2.
Are you 2? It's a 1.33.
Okay.
And that's kind of weird because I feel like the strategy in this is comparable to some of the other card games we played recently that were higher than a 2.
Yeah.
I think the difficulty is in the learn and the play because the mechanics are simple. You're doing 2 things. You're taking a card, you're playing a card. Again, Fantasy Realms, Star Realms. That's it. The little bit of extra strategy comes in trying to match them up and stuff like that. But that doesn't add to difficulty.
But I think this is even easier. Well, this one is easier than, the matching. I don't know how to say. You don't have to actually keep cards unless like the card tells you to. Like the one I had that said at the end of the world, then you will.
Yeah.
While others you have to try to keep them. Well, no, it is like the same. Since
It's opposite though, because with those you have them in your hand and you're trying to build the best hand.
Yeah.
Here you're trying to build the best trait pile, right? But the cards in your hand don't affect you. You don't get negative points for having bad cards in your hand. On the hand, yeah. So like you said, the strategy is a little bit easier because you're not having to make it a perfect trait pile, a perfect hand. I mean, I was trying to get as many of these out of my deck as possible so he would cost me points. Because we were tied up until you got your end of game. So, difficulty, I wouldn't say there's much of difficulty at all. The 1-3-3 might be a little bit too light. I would say 2 because of the strategy of matching the cards. I would probably put it closer to maybe a 1-5, 1-7. But not difficult at all. Fun at 2. I think it was fun. I did say at times that a couple of the cards would work better with more people.
Yeah, because you have more options to choose from, or
even some of the events it was like pass to the person on your left. When there's only 2 of us, it's like No whereas before it would just kind of go around. So with that aspect, it was always we immediately knew what cards to steal from each other, but that kind of did make it more fun. Because it was like, oh, don't take that card I want. Don't take that card I want. Yeah. Right? So
I liked it at 2.
I liked it too. It was fun at 2. And the last thing is the theme. The theme of this is you are was there even flavor text? This is, I guess, where we should learn to read the flavor text. When you first play through, may overthink your hand. No, that's not it.
No.
That's not it. That's not it. So, there's no... I thought there was somewhere at one point, but I don't see it. Basically, you are a bunch of Doomlings, because you're doomed. One planet Doomling, I guess. And you have to survive. You have to build up your traits to survive the end of the world. And you play that through the ages. I felt like there is a little bit of theme there. There's a little bit. I feel like, you're playing these cards to make yourself the best possible traits. And because of these catastrophes and because of the progression here, it does feel like, okay, well, We're getting through the ages. We're getting through. So I do feel that. I don't feel like I'm a Doomling. I don't feel like I'm in the world of Doomlings. I think it's not like playing an RPG or some type of dungeon crawler where you feel like I'm this character and I'm going through the dungeon. Not that, but I do.
Here you're not a character.
Yeah, you're not a character. Well, you're the god of the Doomlings, I guess. You're crafting
but
your DNA.
Well, that is not even like.
It's not told. Yeah, it's not specified that that's who you are. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the theme is okay. It's on there. It's better than, I would say, we played the Star Wars Love Letter, where it just felt like it was just an IP slapped on it for a theme. It didn't feel like we were playing Star Wars in any way. This, you felt like you were playing this game. All right. So that is Doomlings. They are selling it on their website. I usually have a link down to Amazon down below, but of course they're not on Amazon, so you have to head on over to their site. I believe they are offering a discount right now, which gets it close to the Kickstarter price. I think it's still a little bit more than the Kickstarter price. If you want to check out the game or buy the game, you can head over to their site. If you want to watch more game content and watch Oddly Beat Me some more and get the extra life medal more often, then make sure you hit that subscribe bell notification to know when we go live. Until next time, guys.
Adios.
Peace.